Right, okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to practice your perfect tense, and a good website that I want you to use for tenses. Obviously we do things in class, you note things down into your green books, but a really, really good website to practice this is Languages Online. So if I just in here, so it's languagesonline.org.uk. What I also like to do is, before I even start, I'm going to open up another tab. So I've got another tab here that's available to me. So first of all, if I go in here and I'm going to copy this, I'm going to copy it across onto my second tab, and you'll see why in a moment. So I've got my Languages Online page open. I click into Français over here on the left hand side. And where I'm going to find these things, obviously there are other things that you can use on this website. I think it's it's not the prettiest looking website, but I think it's a really, really good one to help you with lots of things that you can do in your kind of independent time, if you like. If you look over here, we've got grammar, and this is what I want to show you today. So we've got these activities. Obviously we've been through things like the are verbs, we've been through things like present tense before, and we've even looked at this website. I'm sure that I've explained this before, but this is what I want you to do specifically. So we're going to go to this one, the perfect tense, le passé composé. There's obviously good stuff in here as well, but you'll see why I want you to go into this one now. So the perfect tense, le passé composé. We check that we're on an ordinateur, so a computer, and then we open this one at the top, the perfect tense and explanation. Okay, and we keep that open. I then go back onto my original tab, which is still open on Languages Online, and I go back through exactly the same thing. So Français, and then grammar, the perfect tense for beginners, ordinateur or PC, and then I've got these activities. Okay, so these are the activities. Oh, that's the beginners one. So go back again. So we've got the perfect tense, le passé composé. Click through. And there's my explanation, and here are some activities. And these are the activities that I want you to start to go through. You'll notice that there are things that use avoir verbs, which is obviously 99.9% verbs. And there are two activities about that, which are gap filler exercises. So if I just click into that, what it's asking you to do here is to try to fill these gaps in. So because we're using avoir, like it tells us on our second tab here, so we've got avoir verbs, so j'ai, tu as, il a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont. So I go in here and it says mon frère. Now you'll notice here that it doesn't say mon frère over here because these are pronouns and not the noun. So what I need to do is I need to work out which pronoun could replace the noun that is at the start of my sentence. Now, more often than not, if it's just a noun, it's either singular or it's going to be plural. It's not going to be I, it's not going to be you, it's not going to be we. What it's going to be is either he, she, it, or they usually. But let's have a quick look at this. So we've got mon frère. So mon frère is my brother. So my brother obviously could be replaced by he. So that could be replaced by il. Now don't put the il in, I just take this word here. Ah. I'm going to type that in here. And then go here. Un bon film à la télé hier soir. So mon frère a. And we've got the verb regarder. Remember that these are regular verbs. We follow the regular rule. Regarder. What I do is, if you can't remember, obviously look at your tab. But you probably will remember that what we do is we take off the ER and we add an E with an accent, like it says there. Mon frère a. You're going to take that word, take off the ER, add an E with an accent. Now to get that E with an accent really quickly, if you look to the right hand side of your spacebar, you'll see a key that says Alt-GR. You press that and hold it down and then type the E. So I'm pressing that down, type E, and up comes my accent, and that's how you do that. Okay, have a go at some of the other activities that are in there. So have a go at the irregular ones as well. The irregular ones you've got to think a little bit more about. And then what we've been focusing on over the past couple of lessons is être verbs. So the être verbs gap fill activity is also a very good thing to be looking at as well. You also remember that on Wednesday I mentioned about reflexive verbs. So some of you who want a real challenge go into the reflexive verbs as well. And you remember that what I said to you on Wednesday was that être is used for 16 verbs, just 16 verbs. These are the Dr. and Mrs. Van der Tramp verbs, which we'll be going over today, but also every single reflexive verb as well. So if you want a real challenge, have a go at that. Once you finish the activity, I want you to take a screenshot of your success and save it so that I can see what you've done. Okay?